The 24 hours starts now. Let's go. The rain's absolutely pounding down on us right now. Oh. Make a wish, honey. Come on.
Hey, look, Mom, we made it. Oh, time to get some soggy feet, guys.
Oh yes, here we go. Literally can't see anything, it's pitch black. Woo! Oh my god. Okay, we've made it to the summit. This is probably one of the stupidest things we've ever done in our entire lives. This is ridiculous. Have you ever heard of a challenge so extreme that made you wonder what it would be like to give it a go? I have. The National Threepeaks Challenge. This is a British hiking challenge which requires challengers to climb the tallest 3 mountains in all 3 British countries in under 24 hours. The mountains: Ben Nevis in Scotland, Scafell Pike in England and Mount Snowdon in Wales. With over 23 miles to walk, over 3,064 metres to ascend, and over 462 miles to drive in under 24 hours, could it really be done? I decided to find out. One August morning, we bundled into my brother's Vauxhall Corsa and headed to Scotland to get started. Joining me, my brother, Jack, also taking on the challenge, and my dad, who generously volunteered to be our driver throughout the weekend. Right, we've just arrived here in Ben Nevis in Scotland. This is the longest and possibly the hardest out of the 3 mountains, so we're going to tackle it head on. It is about 2:30 in the afternoon. The 24 hours starts now. Let's go. So we're about 5 minutes in and it's already starting to rain. It's worth noting that the weather for this weekend for all 3 of the mountains is forecast to be light rain or heavy rain, so we're in for an interesting ride. And that is what I call the force of the Scottish Highlands. The rain's absolutely pounding down on us right now. It's not showing any signs of letting up. So we're just going to keep marching on. We're about 1.75 miles into this ascent up to Ben Nevis now. Save a bit of time, we're going to take a little shortcut. When we did this last year, this is the shortcut that we took, so we know that it's a fairly safe shortcut. It's just a little bit more choppy than the easier path just there. Let's do this. There's about 1,000 of these little fly things that are literally everywhere right now, just getting into our mouths, onto our arms, any bare skin. So got that to contend with in addition to climbing this mammoth mountain. Whoa, little slip there. Just to add, this is so hot right now. We're sweating one out. Literally from the first 5 minutes, I was sweating buckets personally. Even though it's forecast to rain heavily the whole time, we're in for an absolute soaking, let me assure you. What is this guy doing? It's Gollum. Yes, lads. 2.5 miles in, now it's time for the winding zigzag section. Oh yeah. We're about 3 miles in now. Our watches have just turned to 1 hour and 27 minutes. The first half was really nice. It was filled with variety. Everywhere you looked, there was a different bit of beautiful scenery to soak up. This part, however, really does feel like one of those old movie green screens, you know, the type where the main character's in a car speaking and the background is just the same and it repeats behind them. That's exactly what this part feels like. However, we're making good progress. We're driving up the mountain with good strength, and I'm sure he almost went over, and I'm fairly confident that we'll get to the summit in a pretty decent time. We're aiming for under 2.5 hours for this segment. Make a wish, honey. I wish for $1 million. I wish for $1 million. Come on.
What a fucking loser. Oh my god.
Oh. Okay guys, this is MTV Cribs. Not bad.
Hey look, Mom, we made it.
Right, 2 hours 16 after we set off, we've just reached the summit of Ben Nevis. Here we are. And as predicted, there are absolutely no views because the clouds and the mist and the fog are obstructing the lovely landscapes for as far as the eye can see. But that's okay, we knew that was coming. Right, let's get down the mountain, back into the car, and on the way to the Lake District for part 2, Scafell Pike. So we've just finished Ben Nevis in 4 hours and 14 minutes, which is about 46 minutes quicker than our target time of 5 hours. So we're actually ahead of schedule. We're just gonna hopefully set up to have a nice chilled climb at Scafell Pike, and then that will hopefully set us up to finish the challenge of climbing the top 3 tallest mountains in the UK in under 24 hours.
Fucking never ever known anything so fucking ridiculous as this.
Right, we've just arrived at Scafell Pike and it's about 1:10 in the morning. Literally can't see anything, it's pitch black for as far as the eye can see. All we've got to go on is our head torches. I'm not sure if we're going to actually be able to do this one, so we're going to see how far we can get. Hope for the best, and yeah, we may have to actually throw in the towel this one if it becomes too dangerous. We'll see what happens. Right, after about 15-20 minutes stumbling around in the dark, we finally found the actual start of the path that we were going to try and take. Okay, let's see what we can do. Wow, I don't know if you can see that, but we thought we was literally the only ones on the mountain for a while, but now we've just stumbled across literally about 14, 15 other lights, other parties. So we're suddenly not as scared as we was. Hi, you're right, thank you.
Always.
Cheers.
Hi, take care, bro.
Thank you guys, see you later. Do you know what? I never actually thought that one day I might be climbing England's tallest mountain at 2 AM in the morning in the pitch black. with very little sleep. I'm pretty sleep deprived right now, I'm not gonna lie. I can't sleep in cars, so I haven't been able to get any shut eye since the challenge commenced. Really at 2:30 yesterday afternoon at Ben Nevis in Scotland. So this is going to be, as I keep saying, one of the most interesting, challenging experiences of my life. Okay, let's do this. Woo. Oh my god. Woo. Mate, my feet are absolutely soaking. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a thick layer of mist and it's just adding to the already non-existent visibility that we've got up here. You can barely see, I would say, you can barely see about 4 meters in front clearly. Then the mist and the darkness just completely destroy the visibility. Probably one of the stupidest things we've ever done in our entire lives. This is ridiculous. We're going back down now. What happened next was probably one of the most scariest things that I've ever experienced in my life. With the sleep deprivation, fog, mist, pitch black darkness, the wind and the light rain, we were already pretty disorientated as it was. As soon as we arrived at the peak of Scafell Pike, the wind and the rain picked up massively and suddenly we found ourselves in the eye of a storm. Literally. We were standing on top of England's tallest mountain as the wind and the rain started crashing down on us. With these treacherous conditions and our lack of mountain climbing experience, we soon realised that we were in trouble. We turned back the way we thought we came, but to our dismal surprise, we immediately ran into a dead end. We tried retracing our steps as the storm raged on, battering and soaking us from all angles, but due to the complete darkness and thick mist, we were unable to find the exit. At this point, our clothes were already soaked through to the skin and we were absolutely exhausted. True panic started to settle in. We spent the next 2 hours scrambling around the summit, desperately hoping to discover the exit path to make our way back down the mountain. Suddenly, by a sheer stroke of luck, I spotted a trio of climbers who were also lost, but they had just seen another group exiting the summit. So, with all our remaining strength, we bolted it after them to secure our exit off the Scafell Pike summit. Scafell Pike, but honestly we almost, not even joking, almost just died. It was probably one of the stupidest things we've done. So obviously as we was climbing in the pitch black with only these head torches to see where we were going, we essentially went to the little summit bit at the top. Then we realised very quickly that we didn't know which way we'd gone to get there. We spent the next 2 hours walking around the top of Scafell Pike summit section, just getting absolutely battered by the cold wind, pouring rain. We were soaked to the skin, and I'm not even going to lie, I thought I was going to die at one point. That was one of the most horrendous things. And to be honest, it just goes to show how dangerous these mountain ranges can be if you're not prepared and if you haven't got the right knowledge. So obviously we've learned that the hard way, but at least we're lucky enough to be able to walk out of the experience. We found these 3 people who were just leaving the summit just by luck, because at the top it's very, very misty and you can't see very far in front of you. We saw them by luck and we managed to make our way down now. So we're not sure if we're going to do Mount Snowdon and finish the challenge, because all of our clothes are soaked right through to the skin and we're pretty shaken up, to be honest. But who knows, we're just going to take a gentle walk down to the bottom of this mountain and then we're going to make a decision about what happens next. But yes, very grateful to have made it out in one piece.
Oh, time to get some soggy feet, guys.
Fuck off. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh yes, here we go. Lovely wet feet. I literally just got dry from the first submersion this morning as well. Oh well. So we arrived in Wales about an hour ago and we've just started climbing Mount Snowdon at 12:55. We decided to persevere and see the challenge through to the end, even though due to our drama at Scafell Pike it's now more or less impossible for us to meet the under 24-hour time. However, that being said, we're just going to have fun with this one and just get up and down Mount Snowdon because I think it's one of the nicest mountains of the three. The views are absolutely beautiful and it's for the most part a steady and nice climb. We're about 3 miles up the Mount Snowdon Ascent, and as you can see there's mist for as far as the eye can see into the horizon. We did this before about a year and a half ago, and the whole ground here was covered in snow and we couldn't see what was beneath us, and I kept sliding around. I almost actually slid off, which was quite worrying, and I'm quite glad I didn't slide off because that's what I would have slid off into, that abyss. So yeah, I'm still standing. I feel like I'm steadily going through my supply of lives, as we witnessed last night. Okay, let's go. Right, it's 2:33, more or less exactly 24 hours since we set off to complete Ben Nevis in Scotland. The summit is up there, but because we're absolutely destroyed physically and mentally after climbing the top 3 mountains in the UK height-wise in the past 24 hours, we're not going to wait in this queue, and we're just going to head down. But it's been an absolute blast. Right, final descent time, here we go. We've just got back down to the base of Mount Snowdon and we finished it in 3 hours and 8 minutes. It's about 4 o'clock exactly now, so that means it took us about 25 hours and a half to complete all 3 of the peaks in the UK Threepeaks challenge. Unfortunately, we were an hour and a half over the 24-hour time goal, but at the end of the day, we're happy to have not died yesterday on Scafell Pike. And to be honest, it's been a fun and interesting weekend with loads of twists and turns. It's been a right roller coaster. We've done all the 3 peaks in 25 and a half hours. Happy days. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, let me know what you thought in the comments. See you next time.